Welcome to Nothing Ad. We're the show where I just ramble about pop culture and see if anyone's listening. With Hanukkah right around the corner and everything that's going on in the world, I thought it'd be nice to point out some of the comic book heroes who are Jewish. Comic books, for the most part, were created by Jews, but for the longest time, the creation's religion was kind of unknown. I mean, one could say that Superman's origin is an allegory of the story of Moses, the child who was sent away in order to be saved. But, that's a little off topic. For this one, we consider someone a Jew if their mother was Jewish. So let's take a look at some of these characters. First up, we start with one of the most prominent ones, Kitty Pryde of the X-Men. When she first appeared, there was a Star of David clearly worn around her neck. And speaking of the X-Men, Magneto was also Jewish. He is a Holocaust survivor, which might explain some of his political views and how extreme he is. You have the frozen mutant hero Iceman. You have two growing heroes from DC Comics, Atom Smasher of the Justice Society and Colossal Boy of the Legion of Superheroes, which takes place in the 30th century. Nice to see Judaism still going on there. Moon Knight, the son of a rabbi that is the avatar for an Egyptian god. Quite the conundrum there. We found out Ben Grimm, also known as The Thing, is Jewish. I mean, he even had a Jewish wedding. That's pretty cool to see these days. You have the militant Israeli heroine Sabra. Green Lantern Hal Jordan's mother was Jewish, so technically he is a Jew. Anti-hero and Suicide member Harley Quinn is also a Jew. And from acclaimed series Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan and The Second Night Owl were both Jewish. So, again, pretty cool to see that type of stuff. The Canadian Strongman and Alpha Flight member Sasquatch, Jewish. The Gamma-powered psychologist Doc Samson, recurring character of the Hulk. And here's one to connect the dots to. Batwoman, or Kate Kane, is Jewish. And here's where it gets interesting. Kate is Batman, or Bruce Wayne's cousin. You see, Kate's father, Jacob, is the brother of Bruce's mother's Martha. It's been shown that Jacob is Jewish, which means his sister is too, which means even though Batman was brought up Christian, Batman is Jewish, though technically he's an atheist. So that's some of the characters in comics that are Jewish. I mean, you should tell your kids about them. I know when I told my son, he gained a greater sense of pride in being Jewish. But if superheroes aren't your thing, there's so many other comics that show different aspects of Jewish life and history. First up, you have the critically acclaimed Maus, which is a story about a Jewish man and his account of the rise of the Nazis, his time in Auschwitz, the Holocaust, and his life after he is freed. There's Will Eisner's Contract with God trilogy, which shows Jewish life in America, mainly in New York, centered around a tenement in the early 1900s. We Only Kill Each Other, which is about two warring Jewish gangsters who team up to kill Nazis. The Golem's Mighty Swing, which tells the story of the Stars of David, a barnstorming Jewish baseball team of the Depression era. And of course, these are just some examples of Jewish life. There are so many more out there. Personally, I feel these are a must-read just to give you a view of different types of Jewish life. The books are out there. And in closing, once again, we will remember the immortal words of Edward R. Murrow. Good night and good luck.